coach, please.
Kim, just wanted to ask you first if you have any update on the Ruby status and what the next steps look like as we get closer to the season.
No, it's a frustrating situation. We love Ruby, but she's suspended indefinitely. And because it's an ongoing legal matter, that's really all we're allowed to discuss right now.
I think this is maybe the first time you've had an off-the-court issue. What is your policy when it comes to that with your players?
Yeah, it kind of is a case-by-case situation. This one is obviously a really tough one.
Just compared to last season, how much further along are you right now in terms of installing and everything like that, given you're not kind of starting fresh?
That's a good question. I feel like we're behind. I don't love where we're at, but I'm also not a positive coach or person, so you always want to be further along than where you are. I think our players are picking up on things a little bit better. We do have some players that have had some experience that are on the floor, which helps, a little bit better leadership, but I would like to be further along.
There's a little ways to go, but what do you like about this group so far?
I think they're hungry. I think they are excited, which is great when you have a group that is excited to play your style of play that comes ready to work every single day. It's refreshing as a coach to just get a new group, especially when you have so many young ones that they don't know any better other than to come to work or come to practice every day and work hard.
Have you ever been ahead in the summertime? Or felt
I mean,
like
I've
you're on
had
pace?
3 whole summers, my career.
That's what I was
So,
asking. I mean, is this a normal feeling?
I think last summer, maybe in hindsight, when I look at our year in review of last summer, I wonder if we did too much, and that's why we didn't have legs in March. So I, as a coach, have really tried to say, we're not going to grind them into the ground. If we don't get to this, we don't get to this. And as a result of that, it's not the normal pace that I like to practice at, but I'm trying to do a better job of realizing it's a long season.
Have you seen your returners react to that change from last summer?
I think they appreciate it. And I think that when we are together, they're giving everything they have, which I wouldn't expect anything less.
What are your biggest goals or priorities this fall before games start?
We need to find a way to be resilient. We need to overcome adversity. We don't have a necessarily three-point shooter, so we need people to step up and fill that role. We have a bunch of athletes. We have a bunch of people that are really good for us on both sides of the ball, but we need people to really accept the roles and kind of become obsessed with the role we need them to play.
How are you balancing having a strong group of returners with as many freshmen as you do?
It's nice. It's nice to have some people that know what they're doing and that you don't have to explain everything brand new, and you have some additional coaches in a sense that they can get to the players or their teammates before I do. We can talk a little bit better. The drills aren't new, and then again, when you have this many freshmen, they don't know anything other than to work hard in every single drill. They don't know which drills suck, they don't groan, they don't roll their eyes, they just do it, and they do it with everything they have.
It's a lot that obviously goes into scheduling, but do you like that it's kind of a loaded out-of-conference schedule this year?
No. Do I think it's necessary to make sure that we're tested and we know who we are going into SEC play? Yes.
I know you're focused on basketball, but like the rest of Vol Nation, are you excited about football? And have you talked to Coach Heupel in advance of their opener Saturday?
We are excited. I mean, football season is a phenomenal time around here, and you can already feel the buzz on campus. You can tell that it's coming. It's great for us with recruits. Coach does a great job. He'll talk to our recruits for us, which is so nice and kind, and he knows their names. He knows where they're from. He does such a great job, and I think that's something that every coach here does a really good job of as we support each other, and so we're excited to get to watch and play.
You mentioned your off-season changes as a part of your self-scout. What other takeaways do you have from year one going into year two when you self-scouted?
Oh, there's about 5 pages worth of just little things here and there of whether it's more team bonding, a lighter summer load, more film, more individual film, extra shooting. If there's just a ton of different things that we can try to get a little bit better, and that's what you have to do year after year is look at your past year and find ways you can improve.
What have you seen from Janiah Barker this summer, and just kind of after getting to see her up close and in practice, what kind of role can you envision her having for you guys?
I think that she's going to be a great leader for us. She is vocal. She hasn't been on the floor a whole lot, but she's in the gym and she is loud. She is leading people. She is cheering. She is saying the right things. I don't know that she's necessarily had a strong leadership role in the past, but we are really going to rely on her to have that here.
What does this offseason look like for Jersey as she gets used to everything here?
Yeah, she's a player that is made to play the way we want to play. She's so long and so big, but she runs so well. She can play multiple positions. We're still working on her three-point shot. I want her to kind of get her confidence back in that. And as I walked up here, I saw her out there shooting threes, so that was good. I think she takes that seriously, but she's really good in transition. She's good at protecting the rim, and she's just been doing that.
It feels like you're really critical of the team and of yourself. Is there, when the season was done, did you look at, like, take a step back and say, okay, but we actually did a lot of good, and what were those things that you felt like you wanted to continue?
I think when you look at last year, and I will always say this, I appreciate that team. I loved those players. To make it to the Sweet 16 in year one, we wanted a little bit more, but that was a great step for our program. And if that group doesn't buy in and they don't play hard and they don't represent us well, then we're not able to recruit the way we want to recruit. We're not able to build the way we want to.
Z Spearman got some 3-on-3 experience this summer with USA Basketball. Just how have you seen that impact her development, and how much different is she from last summer?
I think one thing Z struggled with last year was confidence. And I think being able to represent our country has been huge for her, because I think she realizes that she's not the player she was when she got here. The sky's the limit for her, and just continuing to build her confidence and show her who she is now versus who she used to be. It's going to be an ongoing battle with her, but USA Basketball definitely helped, and it was fun to watch her play.
Where's Kaya at right now coming off the injury?
Kaya's cleared. She's back in action, so it's good to have her back on the floor. It was a long road for her, so I think yesterday was her last day of having to go to rehab, and now she is just back, and we celebrated that. And so I'm proud of her. She has gotten back into things, and she has hit failure, and she has not blinked. She has not pouted. She has not quit. She has not given up, and I know that that's a hard injury to come back from. And to see her handle it, we praise her publicly, because to see her handle it and not show any emotion or any frustration, that's tough, and she's a tough player for that.
How's Talasia different right now than when she first, I guess, when you first got to campus and met her?
I think she knows what to expect. I do think Coop is still very far from her ceiling. She can be one of the best players in the country, and so we are working every day to make sure she sharpens some things up and can get there, because I have all the faith in the world of her on the court talent. She just needs to continue to work and continue to grind.
Have any of the freshmen really kind of stood out in terms of getting things quicker, or looking like they're really going to earn, minutes for themselves this fall, this season?
Yeah, I think all of our freshmen have done a great job. They don't know any better, so again, it's a clean slate. It's refreshing. You don't have to really go back and unteach a whole lot of things that they learned at this level. They just go out there and do it. I'm thankful that we have so many players that are kind of made to play this way. So we're not, this time last year we were saying go, 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 do more, shoot quicker. You don't have to do that with this group. Our problems right now is we're playing too fast. We need to slow ourselves down, which is, I would rather have it be on that side than the other.
I noticed at one point this summer, it looked like Denia Pearl had a knee brace on. Is she, ready to go? Is she, going to be healthy for the season?
Yeah, she's good. You guys will see her today. She is a very good player. She's a little out of shape, and we just talked about that in the office, but she knows that. So she is a very, very special player. She's smooth. She can score at all three levels. Put her head, go down to the rim. I think last practice was her best practice of just getting to the rim, not finishing the way she wants to. But she's got some time to get her legs underneath of her.
How much help is it that you have veterans who can coach on the floor? Because a year ago, and really the last 3 summers, I guess, you've been the one coaching and installing. Now you've got players who go, hey, I know what coach is talking about here. How much easier or better does that make practice go for you and your staff?
It makes things go quicker. Your on-the-floor communication is better. I can watch it happen. I'll watch somebody make a mistake, and I'll be walking over to talk to them, and a player already has them. So that type of leadership is huge, and it will just speed everything up.
You guys are going to have a busy fall with recruiting. What did you learn last fall, maybe that you're going to take into this fall? Yeah, we learned a couple things about our visits, of maybe where we want to do things. You spend a lot of time on your visits eating, so let's speed that process up. I mean, you think I'm kidding, but when you have visits every weekend and you're doing 3 sit-down meals a day for 3 days, it adds up. So speeding those processes up. Our players are our best recruiters, so getting our recruits in front of our players as much as possible.
You obviously recruited well right out of the gate, but what's been the reaction this summer after a year of everybody getting to see what you guys did? What's the recruiting reaction been around the country as you visited with prospects?
I recruit the same. I just recruit the players I want to recruit. I don't pay a lot of attention either way to anyone's reaction, positive or negative.
How do you think Mia and Naya Paldo are adjusting to college life, but also basketball?
I think they love it. They're happy every day. Our freshmen are great. They got their little scooters. They zip all over campus. They have not missed a beat in practice. I don't think you would be able to tell who's freshman. I think you can watch practice today and you won't say, all right, that's a freshman mistake. We don't really do that. And so that says a lot about them, but they're leaders. They're not scared of anything. They're tough. They're always in the gym. I'd say they're in the gym more than or just as much as anyone else.
Jada seems to kind of have a low-key personality, kind of quiet. Is she like that on the court? Does she have a different
Oh, she's got a different on the court personality at times. So she is cool. She is very quiet off the floor. She's funny. She has a good personality. And our first week, it was very fun as a coach to watch her and Coop go head to head. And she will be very good for Talaysia Cooper because they're very similar in skill set. And when they guard each other, they want to guard each other. They want to make each other better. And that's what we wanted with this recruiting class, was to make everyone better.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.